Alright, so to start off with, I'll take a look through here. The handful of challenge stages available here in the Kid Icarus classic platforming game. Not one of my favorites, to be honest, but it's definitely classic on the NES all the same. Alright, the first challenge that we have to look at here is Seek and Destroy. That's the challenge they currently have in the championship challenges here for the week. So, as you can tell, some goals trying to take out those 4 enemies. That actually turns out to be a surprisingly difficult stage to get a S rank on. Because a big part of the challenge comes in the fact that the movement ends up being slowed at certain intervals of the it's a very tight window of time. Big part to worry about. You can avoid most of it, but it's right here. If you do a standard jump, you wind up hitting the ceiling, which causes your character to slow down quite a bit. But if you duck just after you jump, keep your profile low and helps you maintain movement speed a little bit better. The rest is just ideally accuracy and landing the hits following. It's a really tight time. It took quite a while to get a few hundredths of a second faster needed to hit that S rank, so yeah, good luck kind of thing. As always, you don't want to wait for them to come to you, and they take too long. Alright, so the next one here, picture perfect. Now break all those treasure pictures. Again, from a basic standpoint, pretty straightforward. Difficulty comes in is doing it with the kind of speed and precision that you need to get that fast time. Avoid hitting the platforms as you fall down. That kind of helps you to get a little bit extra speed there, especially off that top part there. Yeah, as you notice there, he doesn't land on the platform as he shoots it. He just jumps up, shoots it, and immediately turns back around. That way you avoid losing quite as much speed stopping on the platforms as you descend. Really not. It's really one of those things that there's not much for improvement. Sorry, wrong buttons. A jump speed attacks. Just a little bit slow. It's a technical element to trying to land the hits quickly, especially going up the stairs there. Missed it. That would have actually been faster. There we go. Shaved it by a little bit. Yeah, it's gotta be real precise going up and down those stairs. Landing the hits. Just kind of shooting and then dropping away afterwards. Gotta hit them all. Alright. Stage on our list here. Spa treatment. It's probably as straightforward a stage as you're ever gonna find. Cover full strength and then exit the chamber. Really, the hard part of it is really getting into the chamber fast enough and then leaving chest as soon as you get that full health, not wasting too much time. Yeah. So it's almost like you're keeping count in your head as he gets the health that he needs. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. No sooner, no later. Whereas he spends a lot of time walking in and then walking back out, which obviously isn't ideal for getting the speedier time there. Alright, next one, Harp on it. Yeah, climb up the stage here to get the Harp. Basically, it's prepping you to do a run through of the first stage here in Kid Icarus. So you do a small challenge here with the snakes, and then you do part of it to get so far on the stage, and then the next part to get so far on the stage. So yeah, as you just noticed there, lose a bit of speed when you hit that. So it's trying to do that other stage a little bit difficult, and not to lose time on spots like that. It's not as bulk of an issue with a stage like this, so, but as always, trying to get just a little bit faster than it's one of the many ways. For the most part, you don't seem to lose any speed when you run into enemies and stuff, so you can be pretty brazen as far as your ascent. Like how games like say Mega Man or Super Mario, where your character has a tendency to flinch back or shrink or that type of thing, then you don't have to worry about that here. So it makes climbing pretty quick. See if I can do it a little bit faster. Try to do a duck jump through there and then want to hit anyway. Stay duck long enough. Just barely edged him out. Right there at the end, or kind of, there's certain parts where I was got ahead of them and got again, kind of back and forth. So there's always more practice to use than faster you can get done. A lot of little jumps. If you just jump slightly shorter, you can jump slightly faster and up a better pace. Okay, continue along here. Got the Specknose Spectacle. One of the many strange enemies in the Kid Icarus series here. Alright, goal is to defeat all the enemies. You come in one of the many different types of bonus rooms, while the one they had there with the pots, so this one allows you a chance to collect a lot of art power-ups there. Difficulty here is being able to find the pattern that they travel in so you can take them out most efficiently. You're not spending a lot of time waiting for them to come back around the horn there to take another shot. You have unlimited range on your bow. Nope, not this morning. Doing something different. Yeah, that's the most difficult thing, is making sure that you have a solid pattern for where you want to be standing when you come around there. Problem is that it's sometimes kind of random as far as where they decide to orbit around, so you don't always get the enemies to line up exactly how you want them to, but it's actually a pretty decent place to start standing. Shot there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see to do that a little faster. More steady here. First one pops up to his right there. That shot. Next one to his left. Take that shot. The two start orbiting up from the side. Boom. Next two come in from the side here. Lower one. Come up to hit the next one. It's a little late on his draw. Got him back on the downswing. Had to wait for the other ones to come back around the corner anyway. Shoot that one as it passes under, and then shoot that one as it comes back down this way. The exact pattern will vary quite a bit from time to time, but I think that's probably a good place to start and take the shots there. Big thing is just getting yourself into the proper position so that you're not chasing them all the way around the stage, because that takes a lot of undue time. Alright, next one we got here, Water Divination. This continues the thought process from the other stage where we grabbed the Harp. This time we grabbed the Water of Life, which is further up along in the first stage here. So eventually we get to the Legend one at the end. It's designed to put it all together for you. Yeah, you don't want to stop to shoot the enemies, they're not important. And jump up the platforms as quickly as possible and try to avoid that door. Jump a little bit too far, too much to the right as you go in, then you'll wind up entering the bonus room, and that will cost you some extra time because it'll force you to rewind back. If you're fast enough, the enemies don't even come anywhere near you, so get up there pretty well. Realizing you can go through the platforms, ascending them a little bit quicker. Worried about trying to around too much. Or you can keep your jump timing down to each time you land back on the platform. You can climb up pretty quickly. Don't imagine as much I need to improve that shot anyway. I messed that up. Just trying to shorten my jumps to see if I can jump more frequently. Like that, and then I tag the door. You can keep your jump as short as possible so that you're only ascending enough to land on the platform and no higher. Actually start to outrun the roof. I didn't know how many platforms there were left, so I had one more on the left. I missed the jump. Can't jump over the screen. The screen's the cut point. I was curious about that. I could jump beyond it. I could not. You slowed me down a little bit on my ascent there. Yeah, saved off a bit of my time, so. But. Alright, moving on to the master stages here. Got two of those to do. First one is overcome the Underworld, so then that does you the full run through of stage 1 here. Pretty much just putting together everything they did for the starting point here with the snakes to the ascending with the harp and then to the water of life and beyond to the goal. So some familiar scenery to start off with. have a little less health on this run relative to the others because you're traveling for a much longer distance. That's probably one of the harder parts of the stage, is trying to make sure you maintain the precision platforming. And of course you got the 2 Reapers you gotta deal with, which is gonna be trouble. Really, the hardest part is making sure you have enough health to make it all the way to the end of the stage. Grabbing that water of life part way through helps a lot. And I can. I had to jump earlier there, but it didn't work out. I almost made it across both of those. At least I have a decent amount of health this time, so I should be able to get through here without having to worry about. Yeah. A little bit faster. Just a whole second. Over a whole second. Sweet. Yeah, proof of concept. Okay, 2 more stages left here to check out. Eggplant Harm is the next one to go to the first major labyrinth stage. Run through that. Alright, the goal here is to defeat 4 eggplant lizards. 2 in the first room, then 2 in the follow-on room. Make your way through them. Both pretty quick. Yeah, it wasn't as precise as it could be, but you get the general run through what you need to do, just like the one that each up. I want to say they both score about 4 shots, might be 5. Yeah. It's important to try to avoid their eggplants because got through the door a little bit faster than I did. So yeah, as you notice, I was trying to shoot them quickly, but the problem with doing that, I'm not allowed to shoot them that quickly, so I was actually hitting like 6 or 7 times to finish them off. Just barely beat him. I think I can do a little faster than that. messed it up. Missed him. There we go. A little bit more precise. Yeah, just get in there, shoot him quick. Not too hard. The single hardest stage of all the Icarus ones one being this last one. Underworld Wonder. Have to run through the entirety of the 4th stage, the labyrinth. Reach the twin bellows here at the end and then defeat them. It's quite a tricky thing. S rank is not wholly difficult to get as long as you can. Getting to the twin bellows is not so hard, but trying to actually fight him efficiently and quickly, that's where the hard part comes in. Tour the Underworld Fortress today! Welcome to the Underworld Fortress. It can't be a maze like in here, so please follow the arrows and avoid fighting the residents. If you have a mallet, you can save Centurions to get some help with the boss. Alright, important info. Put those wings to work. Coming from the upper chamber, hold left to reach the ledge. Miss it, they're at the very start. Oh. You only start there, to the right, get to that 3rd room, up, you get to that 3rd room, relative to head left. Eggplant was to turn people into eggplants? Oh dear, I have a bad habit of doing that to guys. If this happens to you, I have to rewind you, basically. Not quite an instant death, but might as well be. Can't do anything but walk around now. So you continue down that way, go back down, leads through the little circle orbit there. One stage to the left, as I said, as you drop down the ladder, or else you have to go back around the orbit again. To the left, head down. If you're low on energy, then you stop by the hot spring. Ideally, you want to not do that because that'll again takes away time from your run, but depending on how bad the beat up they get, you might have no other choice. Then it's basically a straight shot all the way to the right, down to get to the boss. Double yipes! Press on twin bells when it jumps, and then mallet strike is stronger than 2 arrows. So if you have one, the boss will whack. Rakumaru hat, I will grab that here for you, sir. Just run through in the meantime. So as I pointed out, pretty brazen going through there, so you don't have a lot of health going into the boss at the end, but realistically it's the boss that's the still hard part. Especially because he kind of varies slightly on his attack patterns and other factors, so worked out better from that given run because he wasn't quite as aggressive with his shots as it was some of the other runs he was trying to do. It's definitely a tricky stage. Most of the rest of it is pretty straightforward, but that last part will definitely be the trying part, and a slight rewind part way through with losing too much health. Again, if you can avoid getting hit by the enemies, I think so much the better, but yeah, ideally you don't want to waste too much time fighting them either. First room is pretty straightforward. Second one, you just kind of have to really try your best to read the room so that you're not smashing right into people, but sometimes you just, like here, you get surrounded, so there's not much you can do about it. You can aim your arrows at just the right time to take out the enemies, it works out just fine, but next room, as long as you avoid the snakes dropping out, you get through pretty quick without taking damage. One of the slower rooms, but easy one to avoid damage in. Yeah, it's the same two little eggplant wizard rooms they had before. You'd waste time trying to shoot them, but for the most part, this is what that is. Oops, sorry. I want to watch out for the snakes falling from the top there, and then spikes as well, so you're taking unnecessary damage. Fall down there, watch the snakes again. Cut to the left. Ideally, if you can duck while you're going through there, you can potentially avoid the first spike, but you also have to keep in mind the snakes coming from the pot above your head, so. Two other quick rooms. Easy to avoid damage in. Yeah, that's the cutoff where you could go to get some additional health if you needed it. Ideally, if you set the timing better here, you wouldn't have to run these, but it's pretty hard to get through these without hitting one. I think if you made a duck jump, you might be able to do it. Or if you are able to, your movement was timed a little different, you could walk forward, but ideally, if you're not trying to slow down, then getting that timing is tricky. And then again with the skull room here, hard to avoid a lot of those enemies. And the eggplant wizards always just get in the way. And then some more of these spikes. That he timed it a little bit better, so he was able to at least avoid the second hit. Quick room, a relatively quick room. He's trying to avoid fighting that creature, that's why I jumped over it, but he couldn't jump over it high enough to reach the door, so lost too much health, had to rewind there. Yeah, you had two options to work with the hammers. You can either, as he did here, wait and utilize them all on the boss itself, because they do quite a bit of damage. Or so per hit instead of 2. The rest of it is just trying to get it into a rhythm, which kind of varies from run to run. Hey, good morning there, Game Goddess. Hello! Just doing some run-throughs here of the NES World Nintendo World Championships NES Edition. Full title, right? But yeah, if ideally you can get the boss done just right without too much fuss, then it's not too much trouble, but definitely one of the harder challenges of the Kid Icarus run through, especially at about 2.5 minutes. But good luck doing that. Yeah, doing alright this morning. How are you doing? Happy Friday. It's Friday, so it's always an exciting time. Hope your week's going well. Forward to that weekend. Yeah, so that's the main run through there of the Kid Icarus stages, so just try to get through and get those S rank times and do your best.